Hey, it's Teresa G coming in from her cluttered kitchen, and it is Memorial Day, and I decided to do away with Meatless Monday for this week. We will have Meatless Monday, I think, on Saturday this week. But I wanted to do ribs, and I decided that I'm going to start them in the Instant Pot. Normally, I cook them like a half an hour in the Instant Pot, and then take them out, dry them off, and season them and sauce them and put them in the oven for a little while wrapped in foil or on the grill. But I really don't, I'm too tired. I don't feel like dealing with the grill today. I have not christened it for the summer yet. I will be doing that, I will. But I decided instead, I've been having a lot of success with cooking things in the Instant Pot and then glazing them or browning them afterwards in the air fryer, and it comes out amazingly well, like you did it in the oven or on the grill for forever. So I thought I would do that instead. I did it a long time ago. I think it was last year I did ribs. I don't think I videotaped it. I don't think there was a video of it, but I wanted to do it this time. So you're going to see, I have already rubbed this down with a smoky rub. You can use any kind you want. I am using Grill Mates Memphis Bbq because that's what I've got. As you know, I've been trying to work my way through the pantry and get rid of a lot of stuff, and so this was in the pantry for like the last year. It's still very smoky. It's still still has a strong scent, so I know it's still good. And I don't think it expired. Well, supposedly it did expire last summer, but you know what? It smells really good. It really smells good. It smells very smoky. You can smell the black pepper that's in here. You can smell the well, I don't know about paprika. I can't smell the cinnamon, but I can smell thyme in there. I can smell onion and garlic, and I can smell it's very smoky. It's got hickory smoke in it. It's the last ingredient. You really can smell it. So I thought I would use it up. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I butcher it. This is my meat knife. It's a Sabatier. Sabatier, established 1810. It is a really good knife. I got it at Costco a few years ago in a set with a boning knife and a Chinese, what's it called? You know, the big chop thing. I can't think of the name right now. But I got this butcher knife, a meat knife. It said it was a meat knife, I think, and a fish knife, and that's what I needed. And so I use this one a lot. And I'm going to show you, I'm just cutting it in half, and then I'm going to put it into the Instant Pot on the trivet around the sides. It's already seasoned. I've already taken off that flap of weird skin on the outside because that gets hard and weird when you cook them. And this way they'll fall apart a little bit better. I know they're not supposed to totally fall apart. They most likely will because of the Instant Pot, but that's okay. I'm going to try to undercook them a little bit in the Instant Pot and finish them in the air fryer. Okay? So I'm going to use my 8-quart Duo Plus, which you have seen me use quite a bit. Alright, so anyway, I already cut one of these in half. I'm going to show you what I'm doing with the other. Alright, I already cut one in two. One with 5 pieces and the other, well, actually like 7. I meant to do 6 and 7, but okay. So this got there. I got these racks for about $9 a piece, which I thought was an amazing price. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That doesn't seem even. I'm gonna go 7. All right. Okay. Now, I seasoned these about 6 hours ago, something like that. Okay, 6 hours ago, I put them, I rubbed them down with the rub. I wrapped them in foil, and I stuck them in the refrigerator. Okay. And, okay, this. Alright, now. Okay, so I'm going to put these around the edges. Okay. And there they are. They're in the, they're about up to the max line, which is great. Okay. I am going to seal it. Actually, let's make sure the sealing ring is in correctly. Okay. Yes, it is. Okay. Now, put it on top. Make sure the vent is where it should be. Okay, it's all the way to the side there. Alright, and alright, and I decided I'm going to do it on meat for 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Okay? Alright, meat for 20 minutes. Okay? And press. And you don't even have to press anything, right? It just goes. Okay? Alright? And we will see how they come out, alright? Then I'm going to dry them off. Okay? Then I'm going to dry them off with some paper towel. And I am going to take, I have a thing of barbecue sauce. I'm going to use up. Okay. I'm going to use this Hellmanns creamy bourbon barbecue sauce, which has 1 gram of sugar in a tablespoon. All right, well, this thing is 9 ounces. All right. And I think 2 tablespoons is 1/8 of a cup. I think is 1/8 of a cup. And that means that that's 1 ounce, I think, or something like that. So twice this divided into this. All right. Well, I figure it's got 2 grams, right, and 2 tablespoons. So 1/8 of a cup is like 1 ounce or so. So that's 2 times 9 is 8. It's like 18 grams of sugar for the whole thing, for both racks. Okay, I'm gonna try. Well, since it's got one of these little, I'm gonna just scoot it on. I'll shoot it on both sides. Then I will put them in the air fryer on some non-stick foil into my new Brio 10 quart, which, by the way, I am loving. All right, just hoping nothing goes wrong. You know what, the feelings you have when you buy something very large and it says right on it when you open it, do not return to the store if anything happens. So I'm hoping that I'll have as much luck with it as I do with my Power XL, because when I got the Power XL, I read all these reviews and people were complaining about the fact that after they used it 2 or 3 times that the motor died and they couldn't return it. And they called up and they complained about customer service and all that. And I was like, oh no, it's gonna break on me. Just great. Well, I had it for 2 years, and the only thing that broke on me was the handle for the door. It still works, but it was having a problem also when you shut the door. The light didn't go off, and if the light didn't go off, then it wouldn't come on. It wouldn't work. So you had to really slam it. And yes, it still works. So if anything happens to this, I'm holding on to it for a little while. And if I get 6 months and it's great, it's still great, then I'm just going to get rid of that one, recycle it, or just throw it out. I don't really care. It's gotten its use. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to brown them in there. So while I'm working on this, I'm going to work on, while this is cooking, it's going to take about 10 minutes or so for the pressure to come up, 10 minutes for it to come down. That's 20. So it's got to be at least 40 minutes. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to husk some corn. I'm going to brush it with some mayonnaise and sprinkle it with some seasoning and get it ready for the air fryer. I'm just going to put it on I have this square trivet that came with my Copper Chef pot, and it works really well in this 10-quart machine. It keeps the food up higher, closer to the fan, to the, I guess it's the fan, the convection oven part of it. And so it browns better. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set them up. Steve said he wants dinner kind of early tonight. So I've got to set that up, and I've got to set up the s'mores. I'm going to do indoor s'mores. Oh boy. Okay. All right. So. All right. Take the foil. Pull out the foil. I'll put them over there for right now. Okay. We got this. All right. Okay, now, if you've seen me clean corn before, I have a corn video. I have a couple of corn videos. One from last year, one from the year before. And if you've seen me do corn before, then you know. Actually, I'm going to do it this way. Actually, I can use this butcher knife on it too. Let me clean that off. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm gonna clean. All right. So, as you know, I cut off. I buy corn with as little over here as possible. Okay, the end of it as little as possible. Okay. Now, this is beginning of the season corn. It probably is not from New Jersey. I wasn't able to find a lot of them like that. Most of them were too small. These were not too small. Okay. And lately, they've been also putting up a big sign in the supermarket not to husk it yourself, not to husk it there. Okay. Not to husk it in the store. Okay. And to leave that mess for everybody, for us to clean up in the store. But also because of the COVID thing, all right, that if you husk it there, then your germs are on your hands, and then the germs are on the husk, right? And that's not good either, okay? So please don't husk them in the store. I don't know how many times I have to say that. I've said that how many times on videos about corn. Please don't husk them in the store and leave everybody with that damn mess. Okay, that's number one. Number two, also because of all of this to do with touching things, okay, don't do it. So you pay a couple of cents extra for the corn because of you're paying for the husk. Big deal. Get over your cheapness and don't do it in the store. Okay? All right. Now, as you know, I put them in the microwave oven for 4 minutes. Okay. 4 minutes. Okay, 4 minutes. Cook time. 4 minutes. On high. Turn off the turntable. I hate that bloody turntable. Alright. And in 4 minutes, I will take them out very carefully. With my tongs. And I'll let them sit for about 5 minutes or so until I can touch them without them really. And then I'm going to cut off that end. And I'm going to shake them from the other side. And the peel will come right off miraculously. If you have not seen my video, or my 2 videos where I've talked about corn, I will link them below, because I love corn, but I hate husking it. And it's a pain in everybody's butt to husk it. But when you do, obviously, see, if you do it this way, you get barely any silk at all. It just comes right off with the husk. If you wait about 5 minutes, somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes, until it's still warm, somewhere between warm and hot. All right, as hot as you can handle it, because the hotter it is, the easier it comes off. And I will peel them, and then I'm going to drizzle them with mayonnaise. Okay, no, I'm not making Mexican street corn. It just browns really well in the air fryer when you put mayonnaise on it, because mayonnaise basically is oil. That's what it is. It's an emulsion with oil and egg. So because it's got fat in it, it's mainly fat. In fact, it's all fat, right? 1 tablespoon is 60 calories and 6 grams of fat. Okay, because it is fat, you brush it on and it browns really well. So I'm going to do that, set them up for that, and then I'm going to take these guys. Okay, yes, I'm making s'mores, but I'm making them both with chocolate graham crackers and my other favorite thing, brownie dribble. I'm going to sandwich some plain marshmallows and some of these marshmallows that have the chocolate on the inside. Have you guys seen these? These are amazing. Now, they're a little bit old. They're called stuffed puffs, filled marshmallows made with real chocolate, and they are delicious. Now, these are a little over a month old, and they're a little hard, but I think that they'll work. That's why I brought out this other bag of marshmallows, which are also, well, they're from, I think they're Aldi version, but that's fine. I'm going to do half with these and half with those. I'm going to set them up for the air fryer. Okay, I have to put them, I'm going to put them on my little, have you seen these too? Nordic Ware makes these little sheet pans, and now they fit in my other air fryer, both this way and this way. In this one, it only fits vertically. And I'm going to put a couple of crackers, I'm going to put a couple of marshmallows, then I'm going to put them in the air fryer on the highest setting, which is 400, for a couple of minutes, and brown the top, and then stick the other piece on top, and we will eat them immediately. Okay, let's see, we got corn, right? Corn. red corn. All right. Okay, so at this point, there we go. All right, let's see if I can get it to do it, because it's still warm. Just shake it. Uh-huh. Oh, uh-huh. And look, barely any, there's barely any. Barely any. There's a, actually, there's a little more on here than usual. I find that early season corn, it doesn't remove as much. For some reason, later, riper corn seems to, but still, it really doesn't have much. You see, it has barely any. Usually it has so much more. All right, that's one down. All right. Okay. I only need 3 of these anyway, right? So that one I can refrigerate the way it is. There we go, number 2. This one has even less silk on it. Excellent. Okay, number 2. Yep, I feel it coming. It's coming out. It's coming out. Actually, no, it didn't. But that's okay. See, when it does this, when it doesn't really work, I just slice whatever is left. And if you peel it this way, look at this. If you peel it from the side, most of the silk comes off anyway. Hey, look at that. Hardly any silk. Hardly any silk. Okay, here we go. Alright, so I got 3 ears. Here we go. Barely any silk on it, which is excellent. Okay, now. Down here is a roll, a huge roll of I just washed that floor last night, so it's still fairly clean. Which is nice. I had a little bit of extra energy last night before I went to bed. And so I went over the floor, and I've barely been in this kitchen all day. So just the last little while. I usually am in here barefooted or with slippers. So I'm sure that this is fine. And plus it was on the other, it's on this side. This side is the side we're putting the corn in, right? So, alright. Alright, so I'm putting it on the other side here. So, squish some. I just put the brush. I just put the brush back in the around. So, if you just heard that beep, that means that my Instant Pot is up for 20 minutes. Alright, so 20 minutes, that means 7 7:05, something like that. All right. Now I'm also gonna sprinkle a little salt and pepper. Actually, I was thinking of using Penzeys Sunny. Yeah, it's pepper, a little bit of citric acid, lemon peel, garlic, and onion. No. All right, I'm going to put one with sriracha powder and the other two. All right, I'm going to make one for myself with sriracha powder. Shout out to Miss Sunny Anderson because she loves her powder too. She just used it on the what's it called the other day on the kitchen. And it's her new favorite. Well, not new. I think she's used it before in that show. All right. There's that sriracha powder for that one, and I'm going to use my Saltopia cheese powder. If I can find. Actually, no. I think I'm going to use my. All right. I found this at the Dutch market at Stoltzvis Poultry. Halteman Family Meats Wing Shake from Philadelphia, PA. And I love this stuff. It's called buttery garlic. And it's really good. I've been using it on corn and potatoes. So, all right. So this one I'm wrapping up. Okay. And up, and then wrap it sort of like a burrito. All right, boom. All right, one down, one ready to be. Okay, next one. All right. Okay. Okay, I'm going to use a little buttery garlic on this one, because this stuff is really good. And also, if you can get Kinder, I think it's called, at, I found it at a couple of different Costco's. It's very similar to this. It's also like a steakhouse butter garlic mixture that I use on a lot of meats. But I also use it on corn. We all love it. So use that if you have it. Especially since, unless you're in New Jersey, you can't exactly get to the folks at Stoltzvis. They also sell some, their own line of pink salt, and also a line of barbecue sauces and pink salt seasonings that are really good. Okay, that takes care of our corn, and now I can get on to the, alright, so there's our corn, and I'll do the s'mores later, okay? So I'll be back in a few minutes to open up the Instant Pot, so I can clean this mess up, and that way we will open up the Instant Pot, take them out and dry them, and get them ready for the air fryer. And I'll show you a little bit of the cooking in the new Wave Brio 10-quart air fryer that I got for Mother's Day. Okay, be back soon. Okay, so the pin is down. And I was correct. 10 minutes up, 10 minutes down for the question. Alright. Oh. Okay. Okay. Whoa. 20 minutes and they're falling apart. Whoa. Oh, that was a close one. Alright. Okay, so here are the ribs. They are cooked. Alright, let me dry them off. Fully cooked, baby. Fully cooked. Okay. Now I'm going to sprinkle with the rest of this. Okay. Then I'm going to drizzle. Brush it on. Okay. All right. Yeah. Now I'm gonna put them into the air fryer. So I'm gonna use this thing because I think this is what I'll fit the most into. So there they are, they're in the air fryer. Put down the lid. I'm gonna cook time. And then I'm gonna 10 start. Okay, so it's been a couple of days since Memorial Day. I never had a chance to finish off the video that night. I wanted to let you guys know how the food came out, what I would do to maybe make it better. And of course, recipes and information will be in my notes under here, under the video. So first of all, the ribs were delicious. The Hellmanns barbecue sauce was perfect. It wasn't too sweet, which we all don't like too sweet around here when it comes to barbecue sauce. I did think that the ribs should have been cooked slightly less because, as anybody knows about ribs, they're not supposed to actually fall off the bone the second you touch the bone. So it was a little overcooked, but it didn't taste it. It was succulent, it was juicy, it was delicious, those ribs. Yes, they were. What? What? He's recording a video at the moment. You'll have to wait a couple minutes. We're finishing the video. Lordy, you couldn't wait 5 minutes. Don't need glasses for that. Great. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh yeah. So the ribs were delicious, and the only thing I would do different is I would undercook them a little bit in the Instant Pot and then transfer them to the air fryer like I did, dried off and whatever. We brushed with the sauce, and maybe cook them about the same amount of time in the air fryer, so that they did not fall off, physically fall off the bone, but they were still tender and juicy. The corn could have been cooked also slightly less to my tooth. I thought it was slightly overcooked, although I did not get any complaints from anybody else about them. So I went by a chart in a book. I don't always find those charts to be correct. And in this instance, it wasn't. I think it said 8 minutes. And I cooked it 8 minutes, and mine was a little dry. I like it when you bite into the kernel and it pops in your mouth. It's all juicy and delicious. Also, this was early season corn, which also could have been one of the issues because I don't find it as sweet. So that could have been an issue. The other things on the plate, the Black Bear deli coleslaw, which Steve and I had, was not too sweet and was actually pretty perfect. Although I do prefer when I make my own that it is crunchier. And
perfection.
We'll see about that.
You're doing this in bed?
Yes, why not?
How's that, Trevor?
It doesn't matter where you do it. It's the end of a video. It doesn't matter where you do it. Jen does hers inside her closet. It doesn't really matter. And then the macaroni salad, I was going to add some vegetables and stuff to it, but I didn't get a chance. I didn't have time. But it was perfectly delectable. It was good, and it had a lot of mayonnaise, and it wasn't too sweet, and we all liked it. So, all in all, the Memorial Day feast was a hit. When it comes to the s'mores, nobody else ate them except me. I thought they were quite delicious, either version. The brownie brittle one was terrific. I did not add extra chocolate to that because there was chocolate stuffed into the marshmallow. And we had enough chocolate when it came to the brownie brittle. And then the other one was chocolate graham crackers, and we had the chocolate inside of these stuffed marshmallows, which, by the way, if you can find those stuffed marshmallows, they are really, really good. And even though they were slightly dried out, I cut them in half and I stuck them inside. And with the heat and everything, they still melted really beautifully. There really wasn't any problem with texture or flavor because they were slightly old or dried out. So that's good to know for anybody who has old marshmallows and doesn't know what to do with them. So it was very good, the s'mores. And unfortunately, nobody else got to enjoy them. And that was fine with me. They were all mine. So all in all, a successful meal. So if you want any of the recipes, they will be in the notes below. If you like the video, please like it. And of course, subscribe, press the little bell, and come back again to Reese's Cluttered Kitchen for more air fryer and Instant Pot delectable food.